Welcome to another review for All That Film. Today we're talking The Lovebirds from director Michael Showalter. And this was a bit of an interesting film for me, just because of the nature of how this was released. Of course, this is the film that was supposed to be released in theaters, but, because of what is going on right now, it got released on Netflix in May, which was an interesting thing, I guess, but the thing that worries me a little bit is if this does do popular, people will sort of be like, oh, okay, well, we shouldn't release comedies anymore in the theater. And I really don't want that to be the lesson from this film. I don't want that to be the takeaway from studios, because I think this is a really fun and lighthearted comedy that I think a bunch of people would like. I understand, a lot of people would be like, yeah, this is the type of movie that you want to see just in the comfort of your home. I would get that take for this. But a part of me is still, just sort of riding on a little bit of the Kumail Nanjiani thought process. Oh, well, I still want to see his movies in the theater because I would have loved to see The Big Sick in the theater. I missed out on that, and I feel so bad because I watched it like 3 times when it came out, and I was like, oh, okay, well, this is why this got popular. And speaking of Kumail Nanjiani, it's important to bring him up because his track record since doing The Big Sick, which, for me, that's what put him on the map. I know he was in, I think it's like Silicon Valley, or I believe it's it's Silicon Valley. He for sure was popular from that. But what put him on the map for me, because I don't really watch TV as much, is The Big Sick. And then immediately after that, he has Lego Ninjago, which, fine, whatever. The kids' movie, you do a little voice acting. Sure, that's fun. Then he has Stuber, which everybody immediately forgot about. And then people were like, well, maybe both Kumail and Dave Bautista can't lead movies. And it's like, well, maybe the script was bad. And then, of course, he was in Men in Black International, again as a voice. Bad movie. And then he was in Doolittle. So this is kind of much needed. Just sort of bringing up Kumail Nanjiani a little bit more before his stardom really sets off in the Eternals. Obviously, there was a shirtless scene in this for the ladies, for the Kumail lovers, because Kumail is ripped now, so they're probably going to use that in every movie. And Kumail's counterpart, Issa Rae, I actually haven't seen once. I didn't really want to check out Little. Didn't really hear anything from that. She is one of the lead producers of Insecure, an HBO show. But yeah, no, she actually does a really fantastic job. And my takeaway from this is she's a really great actress, especially comedically. I just feel like she really has timing in terms of the expression she sort of gives. She really works off of everybody else, especially in some of the comedy that's playing off the drama of the scenes that are going on. I feel like she did a really good job. And then it's important to mention, because the Kumail thing, just circling back on that, this is Michael Showalter, who wrote some of Wet Hot American Summer, and has done a couple of things. Children's Hospital, that's really all that I've recognized him from. But he directed Big Sick, and yeah, that's interesting to me because this guy should be doing more comedy movies, because I feel like he understands what to get out of his actors, which is super, super important. I know a lot of people really love Hello, My Name is Doris as well. I haven't seen that yet, but he also directed that. And I think he just has good comedic sensibilities, and, that's kind of a little bit of a lost art, unfortunately. And a lot of these comedies either get put with something else, it has to be something else, and you can't have lighthearted comedies. And I don't know. I feel like we're not in an era anymore where those can necessarily thrive. Like a movie like Keanu with the Key and Peele stars, even that didn't do the most numbers. But I like those movies that are just oh, hey, here's a light comedy you can throw on for 90 minutes, and it's fun. It'll get you through everything. Those movies need to exist with the big budget movies as well. So yeah, I do wonder if this is doing numbers on Netflix, if studios are kind of looking at that well, maybe we should just release it, streaming or VOD, because the interesting part to me is Netflix is such a weird, different thing, different beast than VOD, because VOD you actually have to go out of your way to buy said thing, and Netflix you already have that I'm sure y'all already know this, but you already have to have that subscription. So because of that, not as many people are like, should I see Lovebirds? It comes down to, oh, do I have spare time, and am I willing to see this? So I think if they pull up the numbers, it might be a little bit wary, because I do wonder for things like Extraction. I know that did big numbers on Netflix, but what does that mean to them? Because I don't know how many people were like, ooh, I have to get Netflix to see the Chris Hemsworth dull action movie. If you like Extraction, that's perfectly fine. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know how many people are gravitating to Netflix, new users, just because of these properties. But yeah, that's going to be the review. If you guys saw The Lovebirds, let me know what you thought down below. Let me know what you think about comedy movies in general, all the comedies that have been coming out in the past decade or so. But yeah, that'll do it for the review. Again, thank you guys for checking this out. If you want to check out other reviews, feel free to do so on our YouTube channel. There is going to be some reviews at the end of this video playing at the end for you guys to see. Feel free to click on those as well. Again, thank you guys for checking this out. Bye.